Close-Up Triple Fresh formula.
Top on our bulletin tonight, 6 more Abuja Kaduna train attack victims regain freedom. Quarterly court attacks by security operatives in focus. Correspondent examines observance of COVID-19 safety protocols in view of recent surge in cases recorded in Kwara State. Plus, tidbit from the world of entertainment and sport. This is the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA ILORIN NewsTonight. Good evening and many thanks for joining us. I am Ahmed Fulani. 7 additional victims of Abuja Kaduna train attack who have been in captivity for more than 4 months have regained their freedom. Among them, 4 children, their parents, and a 60-year-old woman. Sources reveal that the release of these additional set of victims was at the instance of a Kaduna-based Islamic cleric, Dr. Ahmed Abubakar Gumi. The 60-year-old is said to be battling with health challenge. In the last few weeks, there have been sporadic court attacks in different parts of Ilorin metropolis, with that of Olulade being the latest. Muhammad Hassan in this report finds out the effort of security operatives to curtail this ugly trend.
Ilorin, with its acronym, the State of Harmony, have been experiencing relative peace with people going about their daily businesses without any hitch. But in the last 2 weeks, this relative peace has been distorted by rival court attacks in some areas like Gambari, Ojoba, Baboku, and the recent being Olulade. This prompted NTA News crew to visit some of the affected areas where normalcy was seen to have returned. But people are not sleeping with their 2 eyes closed as they still grapple with the trauma of the incident. Eventually, I met with Olasunkanmi Ogunlade, a resident of Olulade, who says the atmosphere was tense 48 hours ago, with everyone taking shelter in their respective homes and praying not to fall victim of the clash.
It was so very serious, and today is so very fair because we have people passing by and there are shops open today. But yesterday it wasn't like that.
Getting first-hand information from the security operatives took me to the Nigerian police force, but unfortunately they were unable to comment. But the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps spoke on measures to curtail the recent sports clash.
All the security agencies in Kwara State are seriously working around the clock to ensure that attacks of courtists and all that is being brought down drastically.
According to some Nigerians, parents and governments have huge roles to play in tackling courtism.
The advice to parents to take care of their children and watch them out. They should be watching them every day because they can change any time.
The only thing which they can do, let the government find solution to the problem of the nation. Everybody should take caution.
Security experts, however, reiterated their commitment to ensure Kwara is not a safe haven for criminal activities. Mohammed Azan, NTA News.
A fleet of private and commercial vehicles have been impounded by the police in Kwara State following the enforcement of the Inspector General of Police on the use of spy and covert plate number. Abdulwahid Bibire reports.
Due to rising cases of crimes in Nigeria, the Inspector General of Police, Alkali Baba Usman, ordered the ban on the use of spy and cover plate numbers by unauthorized persons. The order is being implemented in Kwara State with several vehicles impounded.
We've arrested many vehicles with covert
plate numbers with unregistered, moving around with unregistered vehicle without reason, and other ones that are carrying different kind of inscription, social person of social person, the owner of land, and also all those numbers that are not registered. We are arresting them. Not only are we arresting them, we are going to impound the vehicle until they get to register their vehicle properly.
The exercise is continuous. Abdulwahid Bibire, NTA News.
The Nigerian Center for Disease Control recently released new figures of COVID-19 cases in Nigeria, and Kwara State was inclusive with 18 cases. Kauto Raji in this report takes a look at how the citizens are observing COVID-19 safety protocols and measures put in place by government to control the spread of the virus in the state.
It is observed that many residents in the Ilorin metropolis have thrown the COVID-19 safety protocols in the bin as such the resurgence of the virus. Sukomi Iwale is not aware of the resurgence of the COVID-19 cases in Kwara State, but he is of the view that the government should strengthen the COVID-19 protocols.
They are just telling me that they have discovered now 18 cases. I'm not aware. So if that one is the case, the government should take a proactive step to check it.
Some residents I spoke with told me what they are doing as preventive measures despite the realization of some of the COVID-19 safety protocols by the government.
I still maintain social distancing with people. I don't stay in a crowded area, and I wash my hands often.
I'm always with my nose cover and wash my hands all the time.
Wash my hands, then put on the face mask.
I always use my nose mask. Then I wash my hands. Then all other things that I've been told, then I used to practice it.
The Commissioner of Health in Kwara State, Dr. Raji Razak, said there is no need for the citizens to panic about the resurgence of new COVID-19 cases in the state, as government is on top of the situation.
Kwara State government is not relenting on its effort to ensure that Kwara State is COVID-19 free, and all our centers, secondary care centers, primary care centers, are engaging in COVID-19 vaccination. Go and take vaccine. That is the best way to prevent it. Then we should adhere to other precautionary measures.
It is expedient of residents to know that COVID-19 virus, like other diseases, have come to stay, and they should take the COVID-19 vaccine as well as observe the preventive protocols. Kauto Raji, NTA News.
And still on F matter, the House of Assembly of Kwara State is advocating residents of the state to inculcate healthy lifestyles to insulate them against hepatitis B infections. This followed a motion on notice titled "Made for Massive Awareness and Sensitization Campaign on Hepatitis B in Kwara State," moved by member representing Ilorin Central, Abubakar Magaji. Kehinde Omolosho has the details.
Hepatitis B is a viral infection that attacks the liver and can cause both acute and chronic disease. The virus is commonly transmitted from mother to child during birth and delivery, as well as through contact with blood or other fluids with an infected partner, unsafe injections or exposures to sharp instruments. The World Health Organization estimates about 292 million people are living with chronic hepatitis B infection, with 1.5 million new infections each year. Abubakar Magaji is concerned that hepatitis B is asymptomatic and an infected person can live with it for up to 30 years without knowing they are infected. Legislators in their contributions are disturbed that in spite of the devastating effects of the viral disease on human body and casualty recorded, not much is known about its existence by people of the state.
Hepatitis B can be prevented through vaccination, and the moment the person takes the complete vaccine, the person can no longer contract hepatitis B. There's also affected the liver to suspicion. We know the more dangerous that even with HIV go on massive tests and do not cause on her, because even though we want to go on that, how many hepatitis or communities have access to having a test?
Reading the resolutions of the House, Speaker Yakubu Dala Disalu urged the state governor to direct the Ministry of Health to make available hepatitis B vaccines in large quantities in all medical facilities across the state.
Urge the governor to direct the Ministry of Health to collaborate with the Ministry of Communication to embark on an awareness and sensitization campaign on hepatitis B and how it can be prevented.
It cautioned people of the state against actions that could negatively affect their health. Kehinde Omolosho, NTA News.
More news for you after this short break.
Here is a very tough guy who knocks out every opponent, but now he's been knocked down by malaria.
Amatem soft gel.
Amatem soft gel makes treating malaria easy. Amatem soft gel is a game changer.
Amatem soft gel. I do to promote malaria for body.
Available for adults and children. Say no to malaria. Yes.
Glad to have you back as the international community marks this year's Biofuel Day. Environmental experts are emphasizing the need to transit from fossil to biofuel to help fight global warming. Charity James completes the report.
With the recent effect of global warming on human and the environment, which most times stems from pollution by fossil energy, the need for renewable energy, experts say, is imperative.
But right now, I know there's a kind of pollution.
Seek to go down what our pocket can afford, which we don't look at the aspect of it smoking and affecting the environment.
The smokes have dangerous, they are toxic. This and other reasons have informed countries, including Nigeria, to imbibe the use of biofuel energy and reduce dependence on petroleum and gas energy. Experts speak on some of the sources of biofuel.
Biofuels, biomass, they are derived from plant and animal sources. So you could say that they are renewable.
Environmental experts say the importance of biofuel to humans and the environment cannot be overemphasized, as biofuel is eco-friendly, cost-effective, and pollution-free.
Our climate is warming up. The effect is catastrophic. Look at flooding. Look at heat waves. Look at fire outbreak globally. So there's need, and all these are the causes of climate change. So there's need for us to move from fossil fuel, which is making our climate toxic, to biofuel, which is renewable.
As countries of the world face challenges from environmental degradation, experts say it is pertinent to create awareness regarding the use of biofuels and other non-fossil sources of energy. Charity.
Rachel Olaiton is standing by for entertainment news.
Nigerian music superstar Kizz Daniel has been released for police custody in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, 10 hours after being arrested for failure to perform at an event for which he was paid. The artist explained his side of the story and apologized to his Tanzanian fans and the organizers due to the damage caused by fans after he failed to perform, and promised them a free show on Friday. Ace Nollywood actress Kemi Afolabi got her fans excited and gushing at the same time after she shared some encouraging videos of herself on Instagram. The actress, who has been battling a terminal illness, traveled to the US recently to continue her treatment and has been in the news, with many praying to God to spare her life. Meanwhile, Nigeria's prolific filmmaker B. Bandele is dead. This was confirmed by his daughter, Tini Bandele, in a statement released on a social media page. B. Bandele's passing comes barely weeks to the historical Toronto International Film Festival's premiere of Netflix and Onilai's Eleshioba, which he directed and adapted for the screen. Rachel Olaiton, NTA News.
And Counter Raji has an update on Sport World.
Contingents to the just concluded 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham have set their sights at doing more at the 2024 Olympic Games. The athletes felt the preparation for the forthcoming Olympic Games should begin in earnest.
I feel so excited, happy, after 4 years, for me to be able to go there and still dominate.
So it's God or true, though there are a lot of entanglements on my way, I thank God I overcome them.
Because you've made us proud. It shows that you conducted yourself well.
Confederation of Africa Football CAF has handed Nigerian clubs top fixtures in the CAF Champions League and CAF Confederation Cup. The draw had Rivers United pitted against Liberia's Watanga FC over 2 legs in the first round of the preliminary stage. Kwara United will face Niger's AS Douanes in the second round of CAF's Confederation Cup. The first leg hold between September 9 and 11, while the second leg will hold between September 16 and 18. Kausar Raji, NTA News.
And that completes our package for tonight. I will leave you with the outlook of tomorrow's weather forecast. Have a lovely night first.